ஆனா எஜுகேஷனல் சென்டர் யூடியூப் சேனல். இந்த சேனலை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க, பெல் பட்டனை கிளிக் பண்ணுங்க. எங்க வீடியோஸ் உடனே கிடைக்கும். எங்க சேனல் பிடிச்சிருந்தா லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. நன்றி. வாங்க வீடியோக்குள்ள போலாம்.
Hi children, hope all of you are fine. Today we are going to discuss the questions in exercise 1.4 in chapter 1. This exercise 1.4, all the problems are based on the concept which we learnt yesterday to find whether a number, that is a rational number, has a terminating decimal expansion or a non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. That is the concept we are going to use. Now when you see question number 1 and 2 in exercise 1.4, you can see that question number 2 is just a continuation of question number 1. I will read both the questions for you. Without actually performing the long division, state whether the following rational numbers will have a terminating decimal expansion or a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So by looking at the fractions, we are going to find out whether they are going to terminate or they are going to have a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. After that, what is question number 2? Question number 2, first I will read it for you. Write down the decimal expansions of those rational numbers in question 1 above which has terminating decimal expansion. So whichever fractions, that is whichever rational numbers are identified to be having terminating decimal expansions, they are asking us to give the decimal expansion of those numbers. That is, they are asking us to write it in decimal form instead of fraction form. So I will do both the questions side by side. So questions which has answer only for question number 1 I have done with the blue color, and questions which also has answers for the second question I have done with red color. So in that way you can understand which are the questions which will have extra answer for question number 2. So we will solve all the questions in question number 1 and question number 2 side by side. So in question number 1 in exercise 1.4, you can see a set of 10 rational numbers given there. How do you know that those numbers are rational numbers? All the numbers are written in fraction form, that is in the form p by q. You know all the numbers which can be written in the form p by q are rational numbers. So they have given us 10 rational numbers. In those rational numbers, what is that we have to do in question number 1? By seeing the number, we are going to identify whether those numbers are going to have terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating decimal expansion. If it is going to be non-terminating, then it will be recurring decimal expansion. Okay, so in question number 1 we are just going to check whether they are going to be terminating or non-terminating, and some questions which are going to have terminating decimal expansion, we are going to do that question number 2 also alongside, that is finding their decimal expansion. Now how to do this problem? If the simplest method of doing these problems is by factorizing the denominator, that is your q. All rational numbers are given in the form p by q. So your numerator is the p value and your denominator is the q value. Now we are going to factorize the denominator in all the questions. If in the factorization, as I explained yesterday, if you have only factors of 2 or only factors of 5 or both factors of 2 and 5, that is powers of 2 and 5, then you can say that it is terminating decimal expansion. But if you have any other number extra as factors, then they are going to have non-terminating decimal expansion or recurring decimal expansion. So we will do one by one. The first number which is given is first subdivision, exercise 1.4, question number 1, first subdivision. The number is 13 divided by 3125. So when you prime factorize 3125, you get 5 power 5. Now 13 by 3125 is equal to 13 by 5 power 5. So in the denominator, that is q, you can find only factorization of 5. You can see only factors of 5. You don't see any other number. Thus you can conclude that it has terminating decimal expansion. Now we are going to do question number 2 alongside. I have done it in red color for you. So we are having 5 power 5 in the denominator. Now to find the decimal expansion, you know that there should be only numbers ending with the zeros in the denominator. That is, if you divide by 10, 100, 1000, so to make that happen, you should have another 2 power 5 in the denominator, so that when you multiply 5 power 5 into 2 power 5, you will get 10 power 5. To do that, what you have to do is you have to multiply the denominator by 2 power 5. You know that you cannot multiply the denominator alone by 2 power 5 because the value will change. So you are going to multiply and divide at the same time by 2 power 5. So 13 into 2 power 5 is 416. 5 power 5 into 2 power 5 is going to be 10 power 5. So 416 divided by 10 power 5 is 1 followed by 5 zeros, that is 1 lakh. So there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros are there. So you will have 5 numbers after the decimal point, but we have only 3 numbers there. So extra 2 places have to be filled with zeros. All these are basic concepts which you know from your lower classes. So the answer is 0.00416. Now when we go to the second subdivision, we have 17 by 8. When you prime factorize 8, you will have 17 by 2 cube. You can see only factors of 2. Again, you see only factors of 2. Therefore, you can conclude that it has terminating decimal expansion. To find the decimal expansion, now you have only 2 cube. What is extra you need? You need 5 cube. So you are going to multiply and divide by 5 cube. When you multiply 17 by 5 cube, you will get 2125. 2 cube into 5 cube is 10 cube. So 10 cube is 1000. When you divide 2125 by 1000, you will get 2.125. Third question. Third question is 64 divided by 455. When you prime factorize that q value, that is 455, you get 5 into 7 into 13. Now you can see that there are other factors like 7 and 13. There should not be other numbers. There can be only 2 or 5 or both. But you can see that 7 and 13 are extra there. So you can write as q as factors other than 2 and 5. So it has a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Now subdivision 4. Subdivision 4, you can see that the number is 15 by 1600. When you prime factorize 1600, you get 2 power 6 into 5 squared. So you have 15 by 2 power 6 into 5 squared. There are only factors of 2 and 5. So it is going to have a terminating decimal expansion. So to make the powers common, what are you going to do? You have to multiply by 5 power 4. Multiply and divide by 5 power 4. 5 power 4 is nothing but 625. So when you multiply 15 by 625, you will get 9375. Then 2 power 6 into 5 power 6 will be 10 power 6. So when you divide 9375 by 10 power 6, you will get 0.009375. Now subdivision 5. Subdivision 5, the number given is 29 by 343. When you prime factorize 343, you will get 7 cube. So it is 29 divided by 7 cube. There is no 2 or 5 in the denominator. It has some other factor 7. So it is clear that it has non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Subdivision 6. The question given is 23 by 2 cube into 5 square. Here they have directly given the factors. We need not factorize it. So it has only factors of 2 and 5. Clearly you can say that it has terminating decimal expansion. Now we have to find what is that decimal expansion. You can see the power of 2 is 3 and power of 5 is 2. So to make the powers equal, you are going to multiply and divide by 5. When you multiply 23 by 5, you will get 115. 2 cube into 5 cube will be 10 cube. So finally 115 divided by 1000 will be 0.115. Subdivision 7. 129 divided by 2 squared into 5 power 7 into 7 power 5. Clearly you can see that there is another factor 7 which should not be there in the denominator. It should have only powers of 2 and 5. So directly you can say that it is going to have non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Now when you take question number 8, the given number is 6 divided by 15. When you prime factorize 15, you will get 3 into 5. But when you prime factorize 6, that is the numerator, there is another 3 there. So the common factor 3 can be cancelled both in the numerator and the denominator. Finally it will get simplified into 2 by 5. Now you can see only the factor 5 in the denominator. So it is going to have a terminating decimal expansion. Now to make the powers common, you are going to multiply and divide by 2. So you will get 4 by 10, that is 0.4. Subdivision 9. We have 35 divided by 50. When you prime factorize 50, you will get 2 into 5 squared, that is 2 into 5 into 5. Again you can see that when you prime factorize the numerator, it can be written as 5 into 7. The common 5 can be cancelled. So you can see that it is simplified into 7 by 2 into 5. It has only factors of 2 and 5 in the denominator. So it is going to have a terminating decimal expansion. What is 2 into 5? 10. So it is automatically 7 by 10. The answer is 0.7. Subdivision 10. The given number is 77 divided by 210. When you prime factorize the numerator, you will get 7 into 11. When you prime factorize the denominator, you will get 2 into 3 into 5 into 7. Even after cancelling the common factor 7, you can find that the number is simplified into 11 by 2 into 3 into 5. That is, the denominator has one extra factor 3 which should not be there. Only factors of 2 and 5 should be there. Therefore, since there is an extra 3, you can conclude that it is going to have a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So we have done side by side all the subdivisions answering both question number 1 and 2. I hope you have understood this method of finding whether a rational number is going to have a terminating or non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Now in this session we are going to discuss the final question of this chapter. With this question we are going to end chapter 1 in our NCERT class 10 maths book, that is question number 3 in exercise 1.4. In that question they have given us 3 numbers. They are asking us to write what will be the form of those 3 numbers. It is given in the decimal form. I will read the question for you. The following real numbers have decimal expansion as given below. In each case, decide whether they are rational or not. If they are rational and of the form P by Q, what can you say about the prime factors of Q? So they are asking us to say what will be the form of Q in all these 3. So we will do one by one. In the first subdivision, the given number is 43.123456789. So clearly you can see that it has a terminating decimal expansion. So the prime factorization of Q will have only factors of 2 and 5. That is, it will be of the form 2 power n into 5 power m, where n and m are non-negative integers. When you consider subdivision 2, it is not at all a rational number, because you can see that it is not terminating and it is not recurring also. So both the condition fails. Therefore, it is an irrational number. It is both non-terminating and non-recurring. It cannot be written in the form P by Q. Only if you write in the form P by Q, then you can discuss about what is going to be the form of Q. First of all, this number, since it is an irrational number, it cannot be written in the form P by Q, since it is an irrational number. Now, subdivision 3. Subdivision 3, the given number is 43.123456789 bar. What is the meaning of that bar? It keeps on repeating again and again. These digits alone are repeating again and again. So, when you see something which is recurring, even though it is non-terminating, since it is having a recurring decimal expansion, then you can say that it is going to be a rational number. But this rational number will have some other number other than 2 and 5 as factors. If it is going to have only 2 and 5 as factors, then it will terminate. Since it is non-terminating but recurring, the prime factorization of Q will have some other numbers other than 2 and 5 as factors. So, hope you understood this question also. With this, we have completed chapter 1. So, tomorrow, as if it is God's will, we will be starting the next chapter, polynomials. In the next session, we will be starting the new chapter. Take care of your health, children. Stay at home. God bless you.